Hello there, welcome to Ton TV and the Greenock Morton weekly update, as sponsored by McTears, the auctioneers. It has been another eventful 24 hours in the story of the club, and I'm delighted to say that now I'm joined by the brand new manager, Gus MacPherson. Gus, welcome to the club.
Thank you very much.
How have you found it today?
It's been brilliant. With a chat with some of the senior players, we then spoke to the rest of the squad, kept it very, very brief and simplistic, because they'll be surprised as well, and really just wanted to get on with the training. So we were down at the training pitch, and it was excellent in these conditions, as much as you can possibly do. For the ones that started on Tuesday night, it was mainly just a recovery session for them, but the rest of the group trained very, very well.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got 4 seasons in one day down there, didn't you?
But you see it coming, Jerry. You actually look over there and here it comes. So we know what to expect. We've been in these shores many a time, and but from what we've seen today, and we know it's only one training session, we're delighted to be here, myself and Andy, and looking forward to get really into it, and starting to work with the players.
Are you familiar with any of the squad?
I've seen Morton, I think it's 4 or 5 times this season, due to a scouting role that I'd taken up as well and helping out. So I've seen them, and I saw them most recently against Ayr United, and so I know bits and pieces. But one thing you don't know about any player, unless you work with them, is their character. You know, strengths and weaknesses. So it'll take a wee while to suss all that side out of it, and you just get on with it.
How do you like to set up your team?
You've got to be flexible. I think that's even within a squad. You've got to have players that can play in 2 or 3 positions. There's plenty of players here, so we're going to have options from that side of it as well. So I've no set formation that we will impose on the style of play or team selection. Whether that be a 4, whether it be a 3, 2, 1 up front, we wait and see how. Games are different, opposition's different, home, away. We just got to be flexible, and the players will understand that as well.
Can I ask you, what do you think you're going to bring to the party personally?
The obvious answer is experience. Probably over 600 games in management. So we know what it takes to build a team. We have to be competitive. I saw the performance on Tuesday night up at Inverness, and it was a fantastic performance. I said that to the players, that even with that style of performance, and most importantly, the togetherness that they showed as a group at the final whistle was testament, to what they've got here within the dressing room. So we've just got to, embrace that, harness it, try and develop the players individually, but most importantly collectively.
We do talk about this all the time on the weekly update. There is a fantastic camaraderie amongst this group of players. You'll find that yourself.
Yeah, I think that's the bonus, and I think there'll be a frustration that they've not put more points on the board, but we can see from the championship how competitive it is. We see the difference at 3 points made there just on Tuesday night, and it'll be like that in the remaining games. But we've got to make sure that we are competitive in every single game, because it is very, very tight, and it's fine lines, between winning and losing. And I think we've seen that, especially at the home games in recent months. That if they had been the other side of that line, they'd be in a very, very healthy position.
People from the outside looking in see, you've been out of management, but that doesn't mean you've been out of football, because, as you say, you've been doing the scouting, and clearly you'll have done your homework on this division. Yeah,
I've seen quite a few games at this division. I've been all over the place, Jerry. I've been, in the last year and a half, from England, Ireland, Europe.
Well, I've seen you down here a couple of times.
Yeah, we've been down here, looking at championship games, but we've been all over the place, looking at all different levels of football. So clearly we have contacts and network, like most, all managers that have been in the game the length of time. So it's not as if we've been sitting and managers who have been out of the game and have said they've been golfing and walking, exercising. Yeah. It's not been like that. We've been out and about, and most recently scouting. So just really, really looking forward to get our teeth back into it, and looking forward to the challenge.
Watching your personal style of the players, I noticed you were giving Guff a bit of stick for that wonder goal he scored against the D a couple of weeks ago, which you think might be the goal of the season.
It was fantastic. I said to him that I was sitting behind him, right alongside it, and it was just a natural reaction that as soon as he made contact with the ball, I clapped. Because I knew right away it was there, no goalkeeper would have stopped it. Just little things like that you've got to let the players know that I saw that, I was there. And there's been other games, that we've identified. Again, the performance against Ayr United was below standard from what I had seen, in previous games. And the players, honest bunch that they are, acknowledged that when we spoke to them this morning. But I said to them the most important thing was a reaction in the next game up at Inverness. So, all good.
It is a hard place to go and get points, as has to be said, as did Vernon, because they've been flying high.
Yep.
What's your thoughts ahead of the game on Saturday?
Like every game at this level of football, it'll be tough. I think home games, away games, it's difficult. Dunfermline been really, really good recruitment in the summer as well. I know Stevie and Jason very well. I played with them in my spell at Dunfermline in a different life, I think that feels like. But good boys, really, really hard working as well. Been there a couple of years now, and they put their own mark on the team, and we've got to try and get a similar performance from our group as we saw on Tuesday night.
It is a challenge. You said that yourself. How big a challenge is it?
How big? I don't know. I think I just understand how competitive it is, how tight it will be, how a win can change the picture that everybody sees, the difference it can make to morale within a dressing room. And it didn't. Clearly, because they get the 3 points on Tuesday, you can see a vibrant group of players, enthusiastic, some banter with them as well, which is great. So we've just got to try and harness that and move it forward. Little tweaks here and there as we're going along the way. But ultimately it's the players that dictate that with their performances moving forward.
Well, Gus, your enthusiasm is infectious. As I say, once again, welcome to the club.
Thank you very
much. And we
much.
look forward to seeing how you work with the club and the boys.
Appreciate that, Jackie. Cheers.
And thank you for joining us on the Greenock Morton Weekly Update, as sponsored by MacPherson, the auctioneers.